Today is January 14th and I am here on the land because the seller has just signed the contract, which means that really the only person that can back out of this now is me because of the due diligence clause that I had in for the next 14 days. But so far everything is looking great. The council returned with the flood certificate and that all looks fantastic. So now I'm just waiting on just a few more questions to be answered, but they're, I would say, pretty minor questions. And so I think we're near enough all ready to go. So quick tour. It's kind of hard for me to put all of the land in perspective without walking around the whole town. I'm just going to do, just a quick kind of look around the land. Super excited that the sellers have signed the contract and we're all good to go. And I'll show you, I wonder if I can flip, no, cannot flip the camera. So you get the selfie view. But this is it here. So it goes back like quite a ways, essentially until you see the trees back there. And then, actually, I'm just going to take you on a little bit of a walk. A little bit tricky with the selfie view, but I'll do my best. So these are my neighbors here, and they are the ones that are really fantastically super lovely people. And I'm just walking down. So it's a half acre, which is generally bigger than the other lots that I was looking at, but it's all level and it's got plenty of sun for solar power and plenty of places for rainwater collection, and so it's got a huge amount of potential for off-grid living. And then this is all, so that's actually the neighbors back of theirs, but this will give kind of a decent view. So that's still all I kind of feel like it's okay to call it my land now, seeing as the contract has been signed. But this out here, so all of that is part of the wetlands. And that's the part that I was talking about, like to get a view like 2 or 3 stories up above where I am right now and looking out sort of in that direction, you'd be able to watch. Like just before I started this video, I was video calling my bubble buddy Herman, and there was 3 of the little, actually they're quite big I think for wallabies, but the 3 wallabies that I saw, I assume maybe the same ones that I saw the first time that I checked out the land, and they were here and they were bouncing all over the place. And to be able to see all of that happening in the back part of the property is very cool. And I love that it's got this this tree here, that would be my tree, and all the shade and stuff. I can imagine maybe not the best place to put the ducks because this is where the crocodiles come up from. And just need to be mindful that I'm not stepping on some sort of animal that doesn't really want to be stepped on in the grass at the moment. I'll give you a view. And then, so this is all, that's all council owned, all back there and part of the wetlands. So anything that got a view up over the canopy here, so 2 or 3 stories up, would just be incredible. And then that's actually a little creek thing that the crocodiles normally live in, and then when it gets all floody, that's where they come up from, and then hopefully not eat my ducks. So that's why I say this particular place looks like it should be great for ducks, but really it's probably not the safest place for them. But I mean, I can always fence them in, of course. But this bit here, So these trees here, they like that's straight up the property line there. So I feel like maybe I could potentially just trim all of those trees back, um, and then that would sort of allow some more space for potential house building. Um, but also, at least for now, if I put my ducks right around here, they would be very happy ducks because there would be lots of shade there for them. And oh, yeah, I can see that as being a good place. But really, like anywhere around these trees here as well, they might be a good place for ducks too. And so the lot next to me is vacant, and semi-vacant. It belongs to the engineering and metalworks place that is just right over there. So they use this lot to store things. So I might be able to ask them for some. They've got wooden pallets that I want to build a shed out of. So maybe I can ask them for some of their wooden pallets. I don't know if you can hear right now, but there's birds that are very chatty in all of the trees. All the like beautiful tropical birds that fly in and overtop from the wetlands next door and make this their home. So still wandering, and not stepping on any snakes. Ooh. Yeah, so here we are back at the road again. So yeah, that's the land. So plenty of potential to do so many cool things with, and I just have to have a bit of a think about which part of the land the house should go on, and placement for like what to grow. I don't know if like mango trees and bananas and pawpaw and stuff, what kind of conditions they really like. So once I do some investigation into that, I'll find out where might be best for them on the property. And then I want to put a shed somewhere as well, maybe to just to store things and have kind of a bit of a local address, because that's something that I would love to have, to get sent stuff from like Amazon and AliExpress and stuff, is to have a local address here to actually start receiving things, because I haven't had a proper address for quite a while now, as would be normal for when you're living in a van. And so anyway, and then so that's just back down towards the library. So this is the tour of the land, and I should be able to take possession in 21 days from now that it's been signed. So in that first week of February, that's when I can actually start moving my stuff onto the land. And I think one of my first priorities, one might say like, oh, you should be thinking about the house and all that, but I think actually my first priority is going to be maybe the shed, number one, and then but alongside that would be to plant lots of things so that they can start growing. And that, because if I wait a month, then it'll be a month longer until I can start eating things like bananas and pawpaw and all that kind of stuff. So, and some dragon fruit. I want to grow some dragon fruit. Yes, lots of cool stuff that I am looking forward to with this piece of land. And maybe at some point this vlog will transition from van life to land life, and the setup of how this whole land thing goes. I noticed that bit right there has got the place for a driveway, so maybe that's where I'll think about putting in the shed or something, or a place to park the van. That feels a bit crazy to have give the van a more permanent place to park, rather than having to move it every day and park somewhere different so as not to disturb the the neighbors. But yeah, so that's the end of this vlog, I think, and I should have some more news maybe in a few more days or in a week or two. Yeah, all right.